all levels flow class, just designed to get your body moving, getting a little bit deeper into the hips and to the shoulders and spine with twists. It's all levels, so there are lots of options. Take whichever you need. Let's get started. So we are beginning in child's pose. Big toes together, knees wide, arms are reaching overhead, forehead comes down to the mat. Take a deep inhale through your nose. And then open your mouth and exhale. And deep, full inhale through the nose. Open your mouth, exhale. One more breath like this. Open your mouth, exhale. Sigh it out. And then seal your lips. Begin to inhale and exhale through your nose. And if dragging breath is part of your practice, start to tap into that now. On an inhale, walk the fingertips forward, lift all 10 finger pads from the mat and press into the mat. On your next exhale, walk the hands over to the right side. Press the left hand over the right to deepen your stretch. It's getting into the left side body. On an inhale, walk the hands up to center. On your exhale, walk them over to the left. So it's like you're laying your belly over your thigh. On your inhale, walk the hands back to center. We'll press up to all fours, moving through a few rounds of cat and cow. Hands are directly beneath the shoulders, knees are hip width distance apart. Press into all 10 finger pads. On an inhale, lift your heart, lift your tail. This is your cow pose. Exhale, curve the spine for cat pose. Press the mat away from you. Inhale to cow pose, pulling the sternum through those low arm gates. Exhale, curve the spine for cat. Move through a few more rounds with your own breath. You can always wiggle the hips and make circles if that feels nice. Inhale as your back bend, exhale, contract the spine, gaze towards the belly. On an inhale, meeting your neutral spine, walk the fingertips forward and start to melt your heart towards the earth. This is puppy pose. Forehead can come down to the mat, or you can start to gaze forward. Press into the fingertips. Getting into the upper back and shoulders. One more breath. Inhale. On your exhale, Sphinx pose. Move to the belly. Untuck your toes. Zip up the legs. Press the tops of the feet into the floor. Scoop your tailbone under. Press your pelvis into the mat. Elbows are directly beneath the shoulders. A great way to test this is by actually grabbing opposite elbows. And then place the palms on the ground. Forearms are parallel. Press into the floor. Press into the pelvis. Think of pulling the mat towards you and sending your sternum through the arms. If you'd like to deepen this, maybe start to straighten the arms as a seal pose. If you need even more, bring the hands closer to you. One more breath. On your exhale, lower all the way down. And then we will press back to child's pose. So tuck your toes and lift your hips. Now in downward facing dog. Spread the fingers wide, bend the knees, you can walk out the feet. You can add a twist or wiggle the hips. On an inhale, shift forward, high plank pose. Shoulders are stacked over the wrists. Scoop the tailbone under. On your exhale, downward facing dog. Again, inhale, high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. One more round. Inhale, high plank. Let's stay here 3 rounds of breath. Gaze is forward. Scoop the tailbone under. Again, press the mat away from you. Keep the hips lifted in line with the shoulders. One more breath. On your exhale, downward facing dog. On an inhale, send the right leg high. This is your 3-legged dog. And then step the right foot between the hands for your lunge. Right knee is over the heel. Rise to the fingertips. On an inhale, start to straighten the right leg. Modified pyramid because we're on the ball of the left foot. On an exhale, back to your lunge pyramid pose. Exhale, back to your lunge. Inhale, pyramid pose. Exhale, back to your lunge. Lower the left knee down to the mat. Untuck your toes on an inhale. Send the arms overhead. Press into the palms. Scoop the tailbone under. Inhale, spine grows longer under. Exhale, side bend to the right. You can even bring the right fingertips down to the floor for a little bit of a deeper stretch. Otherwise, the arms are reaching overhead. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, side bend to the left. Think of scissoring the thighs towards one another. Inhale, come back to center. Maybe take a tiny back bend here. Exhale, hands come down to the mat. Start to straighten the right leg for Ardha Hanumanasana, or your half split. Flex the toes, spread them apart. Think of pulling the right hip back in line with the left. And then walk the hands to the top of the mat, tuck the toes, lift your knee. Plant the left hand beneath your shoulder on an exhale, twist to the right. From here, we're moving into side plank, Vinyasa. So either step the right foot straight back, or bring the right hand down, step to plank, and then spin onto the outer edge of the foot. Send the hips towards the sky. One breath here. On your exhale, hands come down, chaturanga, or lower to the belly. Inhale to your upward facing dog. You can always take cobra here instead. Exhale to downward facing dog. Let's repeat this on the left side. On an inhale, send the left leg high. Exhale, step the left foot between the hands. For your runner's lunge, rise to the fingertips, little spider fingers here. On an inhale, straighten the left leg, pyramid pose. Exhale to your lunge, shift the gaze forward. Inhale to your pyramid pose. Exhale, lunge. One more round, inhale. Exhale, back to your lunge. This time we lower the right knee, untuck the toes, and then inhale, send the arms overhead. This is our Anjaneyasana. This is the Lamba Anjaneyasana, our supported crescent lunge. Inhale. Exhale, side bend to the left. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, come back to center. Maybe take a back bend here. Exhale, hands come down to the mat, straighten the left leg. Flex the toes towards your shin. It's our Ardha Hanumanasana, our half split. Think of lengthening through the spine, drawing the sternum towards the big toes, gaze is in front of you. And then walk your hands to the top of the mat. Plant the hands beneath your shoulders, tuck the right toes, lift your knee. This time we'll twist to the left. Vinyasa, side plank pose. Either step the left leg straight back or move through your plank pose, spin onto the outer edge of the right foot. Left hand comes down, inhale. Exhale, chaturanga, or lower to the belly. Inhale, upward facing dog, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. On an inhale, send the right leg high. This is your three-legged dog. On your exhale, step the right foot between your hands, warrior two. Spin the left heel down, windmill the arms overhead. Deep bend in the right knee. On an inhale, reverse your warrior. So sweep the left arm over the head. Left hand comes to the thigh or low back. On your exhale, move into your extended side angle. Right elbow can come to the thigh, your fingertips towards the floor. Spin your heart open towards the sky. One more breath here. On your exhale, let's move into Skandasana, your side lunge at the back of the mat. So bend the left knee, toes are turned away from the center of your body, right leg is extended. Hands can come to the heart or to the floor. And then the hands come down. At the back of the mat, we're in a runner's lunge, left knee over the heel, plant the hands, twist to the left this time. And then again, finding our side plank pose, step the left foot straight back, move through plank. Bend that left knee towards the sky, so hug it in towards the armpit, and then step the left foot back for wilding. Inhale to your three-legged dog. And on your exhale, step the left foot between the hands, warrior one. Spin the right heel down, sweep the arms overhead on an inhale. On an exhale, open the arms, eagle arms. Left is crossing over the right this time. On an inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, tap elbows to the knee. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tap. One more round, inhale, lift. Exhale, tap. Inhale, rise, moving into Garudasana, eagle pose. Right leg is crossing over the left. Find a spot on the wall of the floor to gaze at. And then moving into half moon pose. Unwind the arms and the legs. Send the left leg behind you. Ooh, you might wiggle a little bit, that's totally fine. On your exhale, step the right foot back, warrior two. Straighten the left leg, turn the right toes in, left toes in, right toes out, so you're facing the top of the mat again. Triangle pose, kick your hip to the back of the mat, reach the ribcage as far over the right leg as you can. Right hand comes to the floor, the block, the leg. Gaze can be past the fingertips. And then both hands come down to the mat. Pyramid pose. So bump the back foot in if you need to. Spin the left heel down. Left toes are reaching towards the front of the mat. You can walk your fingertips to the back of the mat if you want to play with humble flamingo. We're going to keep this leg on a diagonal. Maybe start to hug the left knee into the chest. If you're lifting that left knee or left foot, put your foot on the floor again, and then inhale, half lift. On your exhale, we're moving into revolved triangle. So the left hand can come to the inside, the outside of the foot, maybe even to the leg or block, twist to the right. And then right hand comes down, bend into the right knee, and then inhale, three-legged dog. Send the right leg high. On your exhale, you can move through a three-legged vinyasa. You can skip it. You can go straight to down dog. So let's move into the same thing on the left side. On an inhale, send the left leg high. Three-legged dog. On your exhale, step the left foot between the hands, warrior two. Deep bend in the left knee. Spin the right heel down. Gazes over the left fingertips, and then inhale, reverse your warrior. Right hand comes to the thigh or reaches around to the low back. On an exhale, extended side angle. Spinning your heart open, really press the left arm into your thigh. On your next exhale, Skandasana at the back of the mat. Bend into the right knee, flex the left toes towards the sky. Hands can stay on the mat or come to the heart. The right heel might be lifted, that's totally fine. Really press the right elbow into the thigh to open up your hip. And then both hands come down to the back of the mat. Spin onto the ball of the left foot. Now plant the left hand beneath your shoulder on an exhale, twist to the right. Vashisthasana, side plank pose. Right foot comes back. Taking it into wild things, so bend that right knee, hug it in towards the armpit, step the right foot back. Inhale to your three-legged dog. Exhale, step the right foot between the hands for warrior one. Spin that left leg down. On an inhale, send the arms overhead. On your exhale, take eagle arms. Right is over the left this time. You can also just give yourself a big bear hug if your shoulders are feeling tight. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, tap elbows to the knee. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tap. One more round. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tap. On an inhale, rise. Garudasana, shift the weight into the right foot. Below the left leg, place the left leg over the right, single or double line. Finding a spot on the wall or the floor to gaze at. Unwind the legs and the arms. We're moving into half moon. Stacking the joints. And then step the left foot all the way back, the warrior two. On an inhale, straighten the right leg. Turn the right toes in, left toes turn out. Kick the hips to the back of the mat. Reach, reach, reach over the left leg. Triangle or Trikonasana. And then both hands come down to the mat, pyramid pose. And you might need to bump the back foot in. Play with that humble flamingo on the first side. Press into the fingertips. Start to hover the right knee into the chest. Revolve triangle on an inhale, walk the hands forward, lengthen and lift halfway. And on your exhale, place the foot on the inside of the outside of the left foot. Twist to the left. Hands come down, bend into the left knee. On an inhale, send the left leg high for three-legged dog. On your exhale, move through your three-legged vinyasa, your regular one, or skip it. Go straight to down dog. Inhale, reach the right leg high. Exhale, knee to the left tricep for fallen triangle. Place the outer edge of the right foot on the floor. Reach the left arm overhead. Send the hips towards the sky. Inhale to your three-legged dog. Send the left leg or right leg up and back. Exhale, pigeon pose. Right knee behind the right wrist, right foot behind the left wrist. Inhale, spine grows longer. On your exhale, walk forward, 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 and then fold into it. With every inhale, visualize your right hip joint expanding, so creating more space. And on your exhales, allow yourself to sink into the space that you've just created. You can either stay here if you'd like to move into a quad stretch. Start to walk the hands up, bend to the left knee. Use the left hand reach for the inside of the foot. So you might stay here. You can also take it into mermaid pose by bringing the left knee into the crook of the elbow and then reaching the arm overhead, the right arm. And then release the foot if you have it. Plant the hands on the mat. So walking up if you're still folded forward. Tuck the left toes under. On an inhale, send the right leg high, three-legged dog. And then bend your knee, fan your hip open, moving into wild thing so you can bring the ball of the left right foot to the floor. Reach the right arm overhead. Inhale to your three-legged dog. And then move through your three-legged vinyasa, your regular one, or skip it, go straight to down dog. Inhale, three-legged dog, lift the left leg. Exhale, knee to the right tricep, fallen triangle, extend the left leg. Place the outer edge of the foot on the floor and then reach the right arm overhead. On an inhale, three-legged dog. Send the left leg high. And on your exhale, pigeon pose. Left knee behind the left wrist, left foot behind the right wrist. Again, inhale, spine moves taller and longer. On your exhale, start to walk the hands forward. So reconnecting with your breath here. Noticing if it's gotten short or choppy. If it has, can you smooth it out? You took your quad stretch on the first side, start to walk the hands towards you. This time you'll bend the right knee, reach for the inside of the foot, so the right hand is out. You can take your mermaid pose by bringing the foot into the crook of the elbow, reaching the left arm overhead. Releasing the foot if you have it. Hands come down to the mat, plant them beneath the shoulders. On an inhale, send the left leg high, three-legged dog. Bend your knee, fan your hip open. You can stay here or take your wild thing by bringing the left ball of the foot to the floor, reaching the left arm overhead. And then an inhale, reach the left leg high, three-legged dog. And you can move your three-legged vinyasa your regular one, or skip it and go straight to down dog. Knees come down to the mat. Sweep the legs around to the side. You can also jump through if you really want to. Meeting in Vinyasa, staff pose, flex the toes, spread them apart, walk the fingertips away from you. And then inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, bow forward. Leave the sternum. Hands can come to the tops of the legs. These fingers to the big toes. Reach for the outer edges of the feet. On an inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. And inhale, half lift. Exhale, lift all the way up. And bend the knees, plant the feet, rub the backs of the thighs, and then inhale, spine grows longer. On your exhale, start to lower all the way down to the back, one vertebrae at a time. You'll meet reclined, setting up for bridge pose. So you might need to scoot a little bit towards the top of the mat, if you're like me. Palms are down by the sides. Press the low back into the floor. On an inhale, bridge pose, scoop the tailbone under, start to peel the spine off of the mat. Or you can stay here, pressing into the hands and the feet. You can start to wiggle the shoulders beneath you, maybe even interlace your hands, and then press your fist into the mat. Lift your hips towards the sky, scoop your tailbone under. Think of drawing the inner thighs towards one another. On your exhale, lowering all the way down, one vertebrae at a time until one comes down last. And then moving into a second back bend. You either have the same option for that bridge pose, or you can take your full wheel by planting the hands beneath the shoulders. Fingertips are pointed towards the feet. On an inhale, press into the hands, press into the feet. Bridge pose. Think of drawing the inner thighs towards one another. Still breathing. And then lowering it all the way down, one vertebrae at a time. If you're in your bridge pose, you're just lowering down. Bring the soles of the feet together, knees wide. This is your Baddha Konasana. And then planting the feet mat width distance apart. Arms, or elbows are bent, so we're practicing the arms on your exhale. Let the knees fall to the right. Maybe shift the gaze over the left shoulder. You can place the right foot over the left thigh to deepen your twist. And then inhale, knees come back to center. On your exhale, knees fall to the left. You can always place that left foot over the right thigh. And then knees come back to center with an inhale. On your exhale, starting to make your way towards your Shavasana. Hands can come down by the side. Scoop the tailbone under to lengthen the low back. Maybe wiggle the shoulder blades beneath you to create more opening of the front side of the body. Take a deep inhale. And then open your mouth and exhale. And just let yourself relax, let yourself melt into this. Unclench your teeth, softening Inhale, hands come to the heart, Anjali Mudra. Thank you so much for practicing with me. Namaste.